Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making some sushi. This is a MiniVerse Make It Mini Diner Series 3, but Wave 2. Yeah, so the Wave 2 has the cake on the front. I ordered this in a sushi trio, so we're going to be making this one today, the little hand roll. So let's get the wrapper off and see what's inside. Okay. So I'm not sure when the rest of the series is going to be hitting the stores. I haven't seen them yet, but like I said, this is available on their website and on Amazon. I'll link it below. So all the recipes, I do have a video about that, but this should be the sushi, and I'm pretty intimidated by this one, if I'm being honest. You're gonna have to roll them, and I'm nervous about that. So we do have some nori and a little table here. It's taped together. We have our rice vinegar, and there is a nozzle in here. This is our little container that we're going to mix the rice before we roll it. Speaking of the rice, so there it is. I do have some extra rice. I might just use that from last time. And then here is the little cut up like celeries and carrots and different meats and things that are going to go in there. Very cute. I think I opened all the packages, so let's clean up. Well, we have probably chopsticks in here. I will clean up and we'll start building it. Okay, so here are the instructions. We're going to mix together the rice first, lay out the nori, add the rice, add the toppings, and then we're going to roll it in a cone shape and cure it. I'm so nervous about this one, if I'm being honest. I was going to use my leftover rice from the last one, but the packaging is just slightly different, so I will just use this. And I have no idea how much to make. They did give us, what was it, 3 things of nori, so you can make an extra one, I guess. We'll just see how the first one goes, and if it's easy, then I'll just keep going with it. I'm gonna put just about that much and start mixing it. It does kind of start balling together, and you typically do not need too much resin for the rice. Just keep stirring it until all the loose pieces start balling up and coming together. Does not take long. And a lot of times the resin doesn't have a smell to it, but I could smell it this time. It definitely has an odor. So I think the hardest part is going to be determining how much rice and all that to put in there and then rolling it. Like this is enough, I think, for maybe 1 or 2. Okay, let's put out a thing of nori. So yeah, there are 3. Shows it laying it out like this, and we're gonna put the rice kind of at an angle. But again, we don't know how much to use. Maybe that's enough, I have no idea. And then we're going to add some of the filling. Since we're doing 3, I guess I'll do 1 of each of these strips. It looks like salmon. Look how cute that is. Salmon, maybe some tuna. And then let's divide these up so we can do equal. Maybe like 1 of each color. Looks like maybe there's enough for 4 pieces in each one. But the colors aren't even, so that's okay. We'll just do like that. Doesn't show you anything else. It just says add these, and then it shows the next step folding it. So I'm going to, I was going to place it on the side, but maybe I should place it on the top. I'm scared. I'm so scared. Okay, let's just take this and just kind of squish it in. Let's push all this in so it's not hanging out. And we're just gonna go with it. Maybe. Trying to keep it like tight in there. Maybe I have too much rice. Oh my gosh, disaster. I think it'll just take a second to re-roll. I was so excited for this one too. I hate that they don't tell you like add a little bit, add all the resin, add all the rice. It doesn't tell you any of that. It feels very loose. I hate that. I hate it. I think I'm gonna try again without the camera in between and see if that helps. Okay, so I rolled this and I think it looks absolutely awful. I did set it, just hit it real quick with the UV so it kind of stayed together. We're gonna try it again. We are going to give it another go. So I think I was trying to roll it too tightly, and I don't think necessarily it's supposed to be like that. I don't think it needs to be or supposed to be as tight as I was making it. And again, I still don't know how much rice to put in there. We're gonna go like this, and I'm gonna try harder to put it at an angle. Maybe I will actually use the tweezers, even though I hate using these things. Just to shape it. Maybe like that. And then I'm gonna put that there. And I'll just start laying them in there. Because maybe they can be all on one side. Probably doesn't matter. Now let's try again to bring this corner over. And roll. And everything is pushing out the side again. I just really don't understand how they expect people to do this. Oh my gosh, you'll definitely have to leave me a comment. Let me know. Is it just me? Like that it gets just all loose. I'm just gonna stuff it and cure it and go with that. We're trying a different method. I'm not sure why I didn't think of this the first time, but I'm going to shape all this and cure it and then roll it and then add more resin. Because the last one I did, it was okay, but the paper underneath kind of came loose and I had to use resin anyways, so to seal it back down. So I think I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna add all these on the side, and I think if it's like a rounded shape, it's gonna be easier to roll as long as it's shaped correctly. Does that make sense? We're about to find out. I'm experimenting for you guys. I think if it was like that, let me test it. Okay, so what if we had it just like that and cured it? I think that'll work. I might kind of put a little dot of resin here and then on top here, because this stuff is going to need to fuse together, because we don't want the celery and all that falling out. So I'm going to do that and zap it real quick and I'll be back. I literally zapped it for like 2 seconds just so it can stay put. And now it's solid. You just got to make sure it's like a rounded shape when you go to do that. Or else it's not gonna, it'll be too flat. Oh, I think that looks good. Now I'm going to add just a little bit of resin on this side. You do not need much. We just need it to act like glue. And so, let's see, it would roll this way. You can make it pretty tight. I'm not good at making that little cone shape, but kind of like seaweed or nori, when it gets wet, it's sticking so that you can kind of mold it. I don't think it's perfect, but I think it's way better than what it was looking. So let's cure it and I'll be back to show you my different examples. Okay, let's review. This was the first one I did. You can see all the stuff sticking out. It was very hard to roll, but it's more of a tight roll. It's just very sloppy. Then the next one I did was, I think, much better, but I don't like how the paper is loose. So you can sneak some resin in there and hold it down like that while you just zap it real quick. But I think that one was better. And then here's that third method. So it's wider. And again, if I would have made it more compact before I cured it, it would have been smaller. But I think this was the easier way to do it, is to mold it and then zap it just for like a couple seconds with the UV, and then you can start to roll it. So let me know what you think. I know this one's a lot bigger, but I don't know. I was so excited for this one, but I just don't like how like the paper's loose, and I feel like there's just different things that, I don't know. It's just not as perfect as I would have wanted it. So thanks for watching. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.